meeting. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have anybody in the big crowd that wants to say anything?
Don't fight.
You do take the number. Can I get a motion to approval on the minutes?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Larry, you agree?
Yes.
Okay, that'll work on that one then. Anybody got any questions or disapproval or whatever on the financials?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Larry? Okay. Mr. Burgess, have you got anything for us?
We, I told you in the last meeting, we did the MOU with Thomasville Police Department.
Right.
It also, the Sheriff's Department added their 2 cents into it, as well as, we built off of what I discussed with y'all last time, and what it is basically, in this county, we have every department planning on working with each other. So, if something were to happen, an event were to happen here in Pavo, Coolidge, Boston, the Sheriff's Department, and Thomasville PD will be here to assist any way that I need them, or that we need them, and vice versa. If they have something going on in Boston and we need extra manpower, our guys to go to them. So, 9 times out of 10, it would be them larger agencies coming to assist us. So, I think it was very good. It was in the paper. There was a big signing of it and everything. The chief from the city of Thomasville, the chief of Boston, Coolidge himself, and the sheriff were all in on the signing of it. But it turned out to be a little bigger deal than what I thought it was. And the sheriff thought it was a good idea just to go ahead and build off of it and make it where every agency is going to agree to assist the other agencies. And I don't know of any other place that happens, to be honest with you. I don't. They showed a lot of good leadership from the sheriff and the chief of Thomasville to extend that out. So it has been signed, and you got a copy in the office in there.
Makes sense.
Well, tell them all we appreciate what they did.
Yeah, and that included, like I said, fire services, search and rescue, the dive team, anything that they have would be afforded to everybody. So, I've not heard. No, we don't have any Cockpit Lounge. Brooks, does it have it over there? No. So, I think it's one of those one-of-a-kind deals. So, we're very blessed to have that type of cooperation between all the departments. And then we have a SWAT team together. So that's our SWAT operator.
He's got
I'm a certified sniper.
Fayetteville SWAT teams are running.
In the military.
So,
Is that who I see in my trees over there?
Not me.
if you're seeing stuff in the trees, there's just smoke. Right. Stop.
He comes on in one day with his ghillie suit on.
I do have one.
But that's pretty much covers everything with us.
You don't feel like sitting there, go home.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
I will excuse you.
These gizzards need to go away. Get this gizzard fixed, I'll be fine.
The sucker didn't help. The sucker didn't help.
I didn't even try it yet.
He's scared to. Ms. Pat, you got anything on the financials that you want to it's raining, they'll be in here Thursday. They've had somebody down there fusing pipe. Most of what they're gonna do this time is that big hard black pipe that fuses instead of having the bell joints. And unless they've changed their mind, they will be trenching with a trencher versus digging up the side of the road with the ditcher. Should be able to do almost twice as much in a day's run with that. Oh, Joey Kay's not here, so we don't have anything on the library and recreation. Mentioning that, did you and Joey Kay ever get a chance to pick out the spots for those two other tables and benches?
I talked to her, and she said she was gonna go down that evening, and she would get with Patrick. But we talked about it, but said she was busy.
Okay, and the concrete man, he and I played phone tag for 10 days. And the last 2 times I called him, he didn't tag back, so I reckon he's just tied up. I know he had a lot going on. I'll probably just wait till that first or after Christmas to try to get in touch with him. Maybe he'll slow down a little bit. Cleveland, you got anything for us on policy and procedures and public information?
But Mary, have you checked, did you ever check on that, website thing?
I did.
Yeah.
I spoke with, Connie,
Mm-hmm.
and she said that they pay $532 a month for that. Now, I did talk to Easy Pay, they called me back. They do have a system in place where they can set it up so we can add a button to our webpage. People can go on there and it'll take them to a link, then they can pay their water bills online. However, it will charge them 6%.
You have to run from, well,
I don't like that.
after the first one. it
That's
goes
why
Yeah, I
up.
don't like that.
Yeah, I said, let me call you back, because I don't know, right now, they're paying
Yeah.
4.5 or
Yeah, I don't-
4.7.
In that case, nobody will use it.
You pay to use
They're
your
gonna be
card,
charged
you pay
extra.
the card to use the card, the
Right.
card, the card to use the card.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think
well, that's not good.
wound up
They
now.
jack the price on the average, probably close to $6
Yeah,
with the new increase on the
Right.
trash.
That wasn't what I was expecting to hear.
I couldn't believe he said it was gonna be 6%.
Wow.
Well, you use it at a restaurant or anything now,
They
it's,
charge you everywhere you swipe your card, and
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just everybody has them, and now they wanna,
You realize what Ball's just paid for theirs in a year's time? $6,384. That's an expensive
That
website,
is.
isn't it?
It's a lot. A month?
yeah, that's what I said to her, you pay that every month, she said yes.
$532 a month.
Gosh, it's a lot of money.
Mhm.
That's the reason they don't want us
6%.
to be policemen for
To
them.
pay you, yeah, so much.
Okay, the Brooks County, local option sales tax has been settled. The county came to the agreement with the small town for the town, where we were at .79 last year. We will move up to 1.05, which will give us a .26 increase. That's not a whole lot, but at least it didn't take more than that away from
Yeah.
us, which that's what they were trying to do. I got that information last week. Yeah. You got on here adopting ordinance for qualification fees, Mary.
Uh-huh. It's something that we have to do every year, but
Nothing changes.
nothing's changing. It's 18
Okay,
for mayor, 1080 for council.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, we got 2 seconds, I hope we do
I'll be
enough.
third.
Let him have it.
Probation contract extension,
Yes, sir, because our contract is expiring December 31st. Judge Kent has been speaking with them, the attorney has talked to them. I gave you guys a copy of that. This is just for, until March. And by then, a regular contract should be settled. So if we don't do this, we will have no probation as of December 31st. Because they haven't agreed upon a complete contract yet.
are they trying to jack the price up, is that what that is, or?
They haven't said anything about raising prices, and Mr. Coleman did not say anything to me about them going to raise a price.
We don't pay anything for that, though, right?
The
defendants
probation
pay for all that.
Oh,
Right.
okay, well, I wasn't sure, I thought they did, but I
Yeah.
wanted to be sure.
There's
Because
no
they
cost
pay
for
a
that.
monthly fee, everybody who's put on probation pays a monthly fee.
So are they, what changes are they making to the contract, do you know?
I do not know, this is the only thing that I've been sent,
So there's nothing we need to do, except wait?
except to say if you'll accept this extension until we see the actual contract.
Motion.
Second.
Okay.
All right, you got here a resolution for Brooks County to change SPOS to
Yes.
food and water.
Because our one Brooks County SPOS is set up to be used for, city property. And the problem is, we don't own buildings in Brooks County. And we're not allowed to use Brooks County money on Thomas County side. So he has set up a resolution, something like he did for Barwick when we signed for they could change theirs. This would be so that we could use it for water projects, roads, stuff like that on Brooks County side.
All right,
Because
so
otherwise it's sitting there, we can't touch it.
that, old account, what is it, Brooks County 5 or something? We could actually use it somewhere else. It doesn't have to be used on the Brooks County side?
Oh, it has to be used on Brooks County side.
Uh,
It has to be, yeah.
Okay.
Because Mr.
Even
Coleman
though
will
it-
not give us a letter to use it on Thomas County side. He said it is against the law to use it in another county.
This is the November 14th one, 2014.
Yeah, so this is the one he's
This
trying to
That
get
was the one
changed.
that was set up for the renovation of City Hall.
Of City Hall, right.
Yeah.
So do we need a motion on it, or just?
If you want to accept it to try and get it changed to
I make a
roads
motion.
and water.
All right, does it have to go before the county commissioners, or do you know that?
Well, what happens is, the way it was explained to me is once y'all accept the resolution, then they will actually set it up for a vote when it's voting time for the people to
Okay,
vote on
it's
it.
gonna go
Has
before
to
the
go.
county.
Right.
vote.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'll second it.
okay. We'll try and see what happens, I reckon.
Well, can't touch it.
Sir?
I said, might as well, can't touch
It's not
it
doing
now.
anything, it's second.
I reckon we could buy a piece of property and work on it.
That's about it.
Oh, I got one with, complete with a fridge. From London.
You want me to
You can
rescind
buy
that?
the old fire
Ma'am.
station,
You want me to rescind that motion?
the useless fire station.
You got something in mind?
I heard they may be putting a fire truck in that fire station, right?
I ain't heard that.
It was on Facebook,
They're trying to
Gotta
ban
be
the
true.
fire department out.
yeah, they're trying to man the fire station down there, but it hasn't been manned since they built it. It was on Facebook, they were
Lee's been
trying to man
working on
that
it.
one, and, yeah, maybe it was Lee's
It's,
post.
yeah, he's been working on it. I know they got a new
Huh?
one, but
It was
that's
his
not the
Was
same.
it his? Yeah. They were trying to man that one to Locust.
But they got one in Tolokas, or wherever that other one was, they have one,
Yeah.
another one, but
I
he's
saw they
also
were trying
trying
to
to
man
do
that
this
one down
one.
there, so they may have been able to get gas for the truck, so.
Well, they used to get gas and diesel fuel both right there at Rick's on the credit, until
We're looking for
Something like that.
volunteers.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about volunteers now, they have to go to, I think, 40 hours of class.
We gotta go to Forsyth.
Yeah. Well, the average working person around here that would be willing to volunteer can't just take off and go with that.
Yeah, you gotta get your Mod 1 certification
Yeah.
at least.
There was a lot of discussion about that. People that wanted to volunteer, they wouldn't work with them to get the instruction that they needed.
Back in the day when I was on the fire department, they had a trainer come here once a month and train us. And gave us certification.
Those, they had horses on.
No, we had that fire truck over there.
It wasn't a pump like we had to get on one side and one on the other and pump the water.
Pavo did have one of them and it disappeared. Jimmy might remember.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Used to be in the corner of that building where Wayne did. It just up and went away. Okay, I think that's all we got in there.
Well, besides the budget, that, I don't know if y'all had a chance to look over it, but we have to have something adopted.
Well, I looked at it and it looked to me like it fit pretty well.
Okay.
And we didn't have to change anything major.
Motion.
We're good to go then.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Larry?
Finally
That's it.
understanding this, huh?
Well, that's pretty fast. Anybody got anything else we need to talk about?
When is the barbecue place
Sir,
supposed to open?
they have
Been
had,
asking.
Yeah, they ask me all the
the
time.
fire marshal got involved and just shut them down at the place they work. They had to tear all the equipment out of the trailer, put it in the building, and then add all this fire suppression junk, a chunk of money.
Oh, the sprinklers, yeah.
That big deal that fits in that hood, yeah. But the last I talked to him, he was waiting on an electrician to finish. He worked over, I know, 2 days last week. Then they were gonna spray foam insulation and put the walls up and he'd try to be ready to go. I thought he was gonna make it by Christmas, maybe it'll be New Year's. When you have a big celebration down there and shoot off fireworks or something. But, the county had basically, passed on it.
It wasn't up to code, it was one of the fire code was the problem.
That was,
It had to be up to the fire
that
code.
was his deal because of them having the cooker under the shelter. No, you can't do that.
They're just trying to keep everybody safe.
I've never seen many smokers that the fire comes out of the big metal smoke, but
Hands on Thomas County has, I think it's gonna be like $333 for the city to be able to use, but the meeting's been put off till sometime after the first of the year. So I have to put in, I'll have to
Can
put in.
you come closer? I can't hear a word you say.
So Hands on Thomas County will have $333. They got a grant, and it's divided among all the little satellite offices. The meeting's been moved till January, where we'll get the details, the rest of the details, and then we'll have to submit a form of what you can use it for, but it's gotta be something for the city.
Gotcha.
And then she'll give me a time frame, so I'm hoping maybe the spring, because winter's not really too much, but we'll have to come up with something for them.
we can go right back to where the last
They don't
time.
want to scrape chairs. So, you know. Or paint building, scrape paint.
This is actual cash, right? They're gonna give you?
No, they're gonna send volunteers and they're gonna pay for whatever it is.
Oh, they're gonna pay for whatever, oh, okay.
But it has to, it can only be used for the city.
Right.
So I didn't know if down at the the park
The
area,
Mm-hmm.
or down there if there was anything, you just be thinking about it, because the meeting was supposed to be December, first be November, then it was supposed to be December, now it's moved to after the first of the year.
Okay, we'll try to keep that in mind then. Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.